Risk assessment, hazards, and safety. Children are naturally curious and often unaware of the danger. Some may be overly confident in their abilities and frequently put themselves at risk. According to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, 1998, children have the right to life, survival, and development, and their best interests must always come first. However, it is essential to expose children to manageable risks appropriate to their age and abilities. As they grow, the required supervision level decreases, while their confidence increases. Maintaining correct adult-child ratios is crucial according to each child's developmental stage. Some activities may even require one-to-one supervision. Hazards and risks. Hazards refer to physical objects or conditions that can cause harm, such as broken toys, piles of chairs, or sharp items. Risks refer to the likelihood of harm occurring, such as falling from an open window or a stack of unstable chairs tipping over. To minimize risks, daily checks should be performed. Toys must be free of cracks, rust, splinters, or frayed edges. Doors and emergency exits must be secure and unobstructed. Fire safety equipment must be in place and functional. Bathrooms and kitchens must be clean and stocked with supplies. Outdoor areas must have secure fences and gates and be free of poisonous plants or pests. Sandboxes must be covered when not in use. Surfaces must be safe for play. Drains and bins must be covered. Common accidents. Frequent accidents include falls, cuts, burns and scalds, choking, suffocation, strangulation, poisoning, drowning, falls. While common and usually minor, falls can sometimes lead to serious injury. Prevention includes locking windows, avoiding baby walkers near stairs, using safety gates, removing trip hazards, for example, scattered toys, ensuring age-appropriate use of climbing equipment, covering sharp corners with protectors. Burns and scalds. Young children are highly vulnerable to burns, especially in kitchens. Prevention includes keeping children out of kitchens, testing hot drinks before serving, using high SPF sunscreen and sun hats outdoors, keeping kettles and pans out of reach, with handles turned inward, using radiator covers, regularly checking electronics for faults, banning open fires and candles, forbidding smoking in and near ECI settings, ensuring all staff are trained in burn first aid. Choking. Young children are learning to chew and often place objects in their mouths. Avoid foods like grapes, peanuts, and popcorn. Keep small toys and items out of reach. Suffocation. Babies under 1 are at risk due to limited mobility. Avoid pillows, duvets, and plastic bags in cots. Strangulation. Straps, cords, for example, blinds, and tightly tied clothing can pose risks. All sleeping and play environments must be checked for such hazards. Poisoning. Children may ingest cleaning products or medication. These must be stored in original containers, in locked cupboards, and out of reach. Drowning. According to Irish water safety, a child can drown in as little as 5 centimeters of water. Supervise baths until at least age 6, keep bathroom doors open, and empty baths immediately after use. Full-time and part-time daycare. To ensure safety, relevant legislation must be followed to prevent incidents and protect workers, children, and their parents or guardians. The Child Care Act 1991 was the first Irish legislation focused on children. It defines a child as anyone under the age of 18, unless married. ECCE settings, such as preschools, provide educational programs for children typically under the age of 6. Providers must notify the Health Service Executive, HSE, which conducts annual inspections. Reports from these inspections are publicly available. The 5 key areas of regulation are health, welfare, and development of the child. Notification and inspection by the HSE. Record keeping. Standards of premises and facilities. General administration. By law, a suitable first aid kit must be available in each room and on outings, and at least 1 trained staff member must be present at all times. Medication must be clearly labeled, stored out of children's reach, and administered only with written parental consent. The Safety, Health, and Welfare at Work Act 2005 outlines the responsibilities of both employers and employees to maintain a safe working environment for both adults and children. ECCE staff must follow safety protocols, wear protective equipment, care for their own and others' safety, and report hazards. If needed, parents may request an assessment for additional support under the Disability Act 2005. Policy developments in ECI include SHOLTER, which sets out the principles and standards for quality in early years settings. These are reflected in themes such as well-being, identity and belonging, communication, and thinking, supported by partnerships and assessment. According to CECDE 2006:19, materials and equipment must be well maintained, safe, accessible, adaptable, developmentally appropriate, and offer a range of challenging and stimulating experiences. Safety at entry and exit. Only authorized adults with a photo ID or a password can collect children. Staff must verify the identity of anyone picking up a child, who must be over 16. All visitors must sign in and out to ensure accurate head counts in emergencies. Garda vetting is mandatory for all staff, students, and volunteers. Non-compliance is a criminal offense under Child Protection Laws, 2HC 1999, 2002. Encouraging safety in children. Children imitate adult behavior. Staff must model safe practices and supervise consistently. Over time, children will learn to recognize and manage risks themselves. Safety at home. Safety practices used in ECI settings should continue at home. Cover sharp corners. Use staired gates and lock windows. Install smoke alarms. Use socket covers and safety harnesses on high chairs. Store hazardous materials securely. Place non-slip mats in baths. Use extra security on doors and gates, for example, fobs or fingerprint access. Fire safety. Fire poses a dual risk: burns and smoke inhalation. Carbon monoxide poisoning can be fatal in minutes. Fire requires oxygen, heat, and fuel. Fire safety protocols should include weekly smoke alarm checks, annual servicing of fire blankets and extinguishers, banning candles, unplugging electrical items when not in use, fire safety training for all staff. Evacuation procedures. In case of fire, flood, gas leak, or hazardous substance, follow written procedures. Remain calm and prioritize children's safety. Designate a staff member to carry the attendance list. Check all rooms and toilets. Ensure the last person out closes the doors to contain the fire. Call roll once in the safe area. Practice drills at least every 3 months. Do not forget to praise children and provide a calming activity afterward.
I'm fine! Totally fine! I don't know why it's coming out all loud and squeaky, because really, I'm fine.